Hi, welcome back. Yesterday I talked about how making big changes and losing weight fast is the best way for you to stick with your plan, and it's the best way to get long-lasting weight loss results. We also touched on how making small changes is unmotivational and is actually going to make it easier for you to revert back to your old eating habits. I also promised that today we would talk about food addiction and how fast weight loss is the only way that you can effectively overcome your food addiction. And that leads me to the three items that I have placed in front of me here today: sugar, fat, and salt. Now you take these three items alone in their raw form, they don't look all that enticing. But if you consider that these three ingredients are the main ingredients in some of the most highly addictive foods that we see in our American diet, and those are these are important ingredients in baked goods, cookies, cakes, McDonald's cheeseburgers, French fries, chips. Your classic comfort foods all contain sugar, fat, and salt. Now these foods are super high in calories and super low in nutrients, and that's going to be a key thing for us as we talk about over the next couple of days how you're going to beat your food addiction. Because these foods and consuming these foods will leave your body with a false sense of hunger, and that forces you to continually overeat and overeat and overeat. So being addicted means that you feel ill or uncomfortable when you stop your usual habit. And yesterday I asked you a few questions, and I said, first of all, have you ever started a healthy eating diet and felt worse? And then I kind of followed that up with, have you ever, in order to feel better after starting a healthy eating diet, eaten some junk food and you actually felt better after eating the junk food? These are signs of food addiction. In research done on rats, they found that junk food stimulates the same area of your brain as powerful drugs like heroin. You take heroin away from a heroin addict, and they're going to have withdrawal symptoms. They're going to feel ill. They're going to feel terribly uncomfortable. They're going to be fatigued. All of those unpleasant things that we associate with withdrawal symptoms. Take junk food away from your diet if you've been heavy on eating junk food, and guess how you're going to feel? You're going to feel ill. You're going to feel terribly uncomfortable. You're going to be fatigued, feel foggy. It's the same type of withdrawal symptoms, maybe to a little bit of a lesser extent. And so how does a heroin addict get rid of these unpleasant withdrawal symptoms? They take another dose of heroin. How do you feel better after taking away your junk food? You have a big bag of McDonald's French fries and you feel better. So what happens is that a lot of people start to create stories, and they say that they just feel better when they're not eating good foods. And actually, they're right in the short term. But this is not good health. Just like the smoker who continues to breathe in this noxious smoke every day feels fine, people every day are eating junk food and they're poisoning themselves with this food, yet they report that they feel generally fine. Frequently you'll hear reports from people who are quitting smoking who say that they felt fine until they stopped smoking. But this is the only time that their body has to rid itself of those toxins that it's been developing from all those years of abuse. And it attempts to get rid of the damaged cells from all of that abuse. This is when the smoker starts to cough and have all the mucus come up, and it appears on the outside that they're actually less healthy than when they were smoking. But this is actually the body's movement into a positive health direction. Thing happens to your body when you stop feeding it junk food. It now has the ability to rid your body of all the toxins that build up from those unnatural foods, and it gets rid of all of the fat and the waste that's built up because of your food abuse. And for a couple of days, what do you feel? You feel worse than you did when you were eating the junk food. So instead of feeling bad for a couple of days, what a lot of people will do is just pretend that their lack of symptoms means that they're healthy enough. Yet they're still overweight and they're still heading for diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. Why? Because you can't outrun the law of cause and effect. heart disease, diabetes, cancer. These things come when you continue to stay overweight and you continue to feed yourself a poor diet. Why? Because these are the risk factors for those diseases. So if you are tired of being addicted to food and you want to change and you want to get off, but you don't want to go through all of these withdrawal symptoms, I can give you a few points right here on what you can do to lessen that withdrawal. And it's very simple, and I'm not going to promise that we're going to take away all of the ill feelings, but this is a way to gradually get your body used to this. And that is to start feeding yourself foods that don't build up toxins in your body, that are natural for your body to digest and digest very easily without leaving a lot of residue that needs to be cleaned up later. These are foods like fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, even some certain whole grains will be very good for your body, very easy for your body to handle, and help you to lessen the effects of withdrawal. So how would we look at this if we're kind of in a practical sense? What you can do is just take 1 week and start adding these foods into your diet. So for instance, you might start tomorrow morning with fruit for breakfast. Then the next day you might have fruit for breakfast and you might add a salad and put some beans and nuts on that. Just gradually, each day for the full week, add these types of foods into your diet, and you will naturally break that barrier of withdrawal when you switch to a healthy diet. And by doing this, this prepares your body to jump in with both feet into a fast weight loss program without feeling all of these negative effects of withdrawal that cause people to quit. And tomorrow I'm going to introduce you to somebody who lost 43 pounds in just 8 weeks following this exact plan that we're going to be talking about. This person lost weight fast, but he did it by eating foods that are super high in nutrients and super low in calories. And tomorrow I'll explain why this delicious way of eating is the best way to lose weight fast and get rid of the withdrawal symptoms of getting off of an unhealthy diet. And also why this way of eating is what helps you to stop hunger and stop your desire and your craving for junk food. So tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about how this same fast weight loss plan can help you to lose weight faster than ever before, do it in a healthy way, and end your food addiction. And I will tell you that you will find that this is the easiest way that you've ever found to lose weight. So tune back in tomorrow. We'll cover that. I'll introduce you to our weight loss story, and you can learn more. Thanks. See you then.